we go. Yay! Hey! Hello, Jared the Noob! Hello, Zim Zam Zam! Welcome back to all of you! Hi, everyone! Very happy to see all of you. I'm playing a lot with my sound effects. Zim Zam Zam, how are you? Long time no see. Hello, Cool Edits. Hello, Alyssa. Welcome to all of you, people of the world. Hi, hi, hi. How have been all of you? Haven't been here in a while. Yes, Cool Edits. Hello, Cool Edits. How are you all? How has life been? How's your October been? You know, halfway through. Oh, Alyssa, you're still our number one gifter. You still have the number one gifter badge. Hello, Ozil05. I keep forgetting the lessons timing. Zim zam zam. No worries, as long as you're still here, no problem. My October has been so calming but intense. Calming because no more examination, intense because of what, Alyssa? What intensity have you been giving in your life? You're supposed to be relaxing, or intense in a good way or intense in a bad way. Dance training for graduation and painting bears for what? Oh, dance training. You are a dancer, Alyssa. Do you have a video for your dances? Would love to see it. The dance is so hot. What kind of dance are you doing? What genre are you doing for your graduation, Alyssa? So that means to say you've been what? Your rehearsals are every day, is it? That's why you're calling it intense. Aha. How about you? You know the songs Hall of Fame. I don't know the song Hall of Fame. Do you know? Who sang that? Ayo, am I too old? Is that a new song? Oh, it's an old song. Yeah, then you cannot count on me on both old and new songs. Have to dance for Parents Appreciation Day. Oh, so Zim Zam Zom, you have your own happenings, huh? Made in 2012. Hall of Fame. Let me go and search that. Huh? 2012. I'm alive at that time. Hall of Fame song. Ah, the script. The script. Oh, I know this song. I know this song. Well, know your neck is burn bright. Ah, okay. Let me play it very quickly, so I can fully. I know the lyrics looks very familiar. It's like doing the hit, but we have no stop between each interval. I see what you mean. I see. And then Zim Zam Zam, you're doing what are you performing also? Oh. Ah. I know this song. I know this song. Yes, yes, yes. Hello. Okay. It's like doing it's like doing HIIT, but we have no stop between each other. My goodness, Alyssa, the way you describe things is very creative and humorous. Oh wow, Zim Zam Zam. Hi, Jean. Oh, Zim Zam Zam also performing. So at least you're all busy with performances and not with examinations. Not bad, right? You want to be busy with something else? We can revise today and keep you busy. Yeah, we will never run out of things to keep you busy, people. Earlier today, our primary six students just dropped by to record a testimonial with us, and the mother said that she's already been bored. So you guys are bored? Come and join our TikTok lessons and continue the revision. The leap from primary English to secondary English is quite big. So you might want to continue still without A1 for English. I want to be ahead of my class. Sec 1 work when. Hey, okay, so what we are doing at the moment, Alyssa, that's very good. Don't ever stop your revisions. Alyssa, secondary 1 work, we are planning to do Head Start lessons. At the moment, we are gathering already the resources that we need. However, do know, Alyssa, that Teacher Rin has quite a lot of lessons for secondary vocabulary. Most especially, we do have it running already. secondary vocab, and then we are gathering the resources for Sec 1 specific papers. But our vocabulary secondary sessions have already actually started, so have a look, yeah. And nonetheless, your primary 5, primary 6 papers are still relevant to you because there are sections and in your secondary papers which you will definitely still be tested with your comprehension and grammar. I can't go afternoon ones because I go out with my friends. Every day, Alyssa. Must it be every day, madam? Huh? Today I am going to start with editing since you would love to revise for your what do you call this, secondary. Your secondary paper has an editing section. Yeah, I do know that you have an editing section. They drag me everywhere. Oh, I would love to have that kind of freedom, Alyssa. You know, I just go out with my friends every day. The freedom you had when you were a student, I miss it. While you were out there, we're here. Okay, I want synthesis. We're doing synthesis also Zim Zam Zom, don't worry. Okay. Oh, Ozil 05 already on the move, huh? Okay, let's go, people. Let's go. Now, the ozone layer is a region of Earth's stratosphere that absorbs most of the sun's ultraviolet radiation. According to a United Nations report, the hole in Earth ozone layer is slowly recovering. So obviously, recovery is spelled correctly. We are dealing with a grammatical error here, wrong word form. Okay, slowly what? Ozil is saying recovering. So I feel terrible. Are you Alyssa? You just dropped by to say hi at the beginning. Nonetheless, thank you for dropping by to say hi. I hope you take your time to rest. Okay, no going out of friends first while you are recovering, huh? And speaking of recovering, very good Ozil. Ozil 05 for giving me the right answer. Very good. Is slowly recovering. Wow. Okay, that's amazing. Is this P5 English? Yes, Wolverine. Yes, Wolverine. This is P5 English. Okay, let me zoom in out of it. I'm Phineas and Ferb. Hello, Phineas and Ferb. There's 104 days, father. So you see, I memorized that before. There's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it. So the annual problem of our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like maybe. Sorry. I got carried away. Okay, Phineas and Ferb, welcome to you. That was specially dedicated for you. Okay, yeah, that's my song. Okay, continuing, people. Continuing. This comes 35 years after an international agreement, the Montreal Protocol, to ban the use of a class of chemicals that destroy the ozone layer. Destroy is obviously also spelled correctly here. So that means to say you are again dealing with a grammatical error. What do you think is the right answer here? Belle, love the enthusiasm. Thank you, Belle. Okay. Okay, so what do you call this? Maybe I can one of these days when I do my live, I'm just gonna sing and just share vocabulary words with you with the songs. Perhaps that one I won't have to spend so much time prepping for the lesson. Oh my god. Destroying, destroyed. So which one is it? Ozil 05. Okay. Now, to ban the use of a class of chemicals that what? That, okay. So a class of, this is a collective noun. There's only one of it. Singular, correct? Therefore, do you like Perry the platypus? Yes, Phineas, I love Perry. Do you love Perry too? I hope you do. Yeah. So Ozil 05, I need to try and figure this out. So this comes 35 years after an international agreement to ban the use of chemicals that destroy the ozone layer. This is a subject-verb agreement question. Basically, we need, okay, you are close enough. You just didn't get the tense correctly. So be very careful. Most of the time when they ask you SVA questions, it's also testing you. They also would like to test you with your tense. Okay? Okay? We are talking about something that is still true until now. So if it's an ongoing thing, We still need it to be in what tense? In present tense, right? Therefore, the answer should be, what do you think? Mhm. Now you have most of your clues that you need. Um, yeah, zim zam zam. Here we go with like one letter per response. Des, okay, make sure the build up is correct. So much build up for nothing. Okay, correct. Uh-huh. Very good. I am proud of you. What did I pressed the wrong thing. Okay. Destroys. Okay. To ban the use of a class of chemicals that destroys the ozone layer. They are often used in aerosols and refrigerators. Okay. Many types of packaging contain these pollutants too. Pollutants. This is, hi Kara, Kara. Hello, hello. I miss you. Now pollutants. Okay, Kara, now that you are here, welcome to you. Pollutants, people, is spelled wrongly. How do you spell pollutants, ladies and gentlemen? Let us go. Hello to those of you who just joined. Welcome to all of you. Let's learn and master English together, or share it with your friends so we can learn together with everyone else. Now, zim zam zam, here we go again. P-O, what's po? What is po? Tan. Okay, you did change the letter that's wrong inside, although you have other missing letters. Please be careful with that. Do you guys agree with Zim Zam Zam spelling? I'm going to give you about 10 more seconds to give me your own spelling of pollutants, okay? Pollutants, there's only actually one wrong letter here. One wrong letter. Can you figure out which letter is wrong, ladies and gentlemen? 5 more seconds. Oh, thank you for sharing the ride, Wolverine. Okay, 2 L's. I shall accept that, Zim Zam Zam. I shall accept that. Very good. So the wrong letter here for you, the wrong letter you noticed is the E. It should be A. Okay, pollutants. Okay, good job, good job. Okay. The ozone layer is a blanket of gas that exists from 10 kilometers and 50 kilometers above Earth's surface. This is very easy. This is your very classic BFFs, your best friends forever. What is the best friend of N? You don't say from this and that. You say blank this and that. What is the best friend of A? Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, it's between this and that. Okay. How about from? From to, between, and very good, Kara. You've just given the best friend of from. From this to that, between this and that, would rather than, prefer to. Okay. Remember your BFS. You're gonna have to bring it all throughout your life as long as you speak English. At work, at home, with your friends, everywhere. Yeah. Now, it shields the planet against harmful radiation. Shield, a commonly misspelled word because of the confusion of E-I-I-E. How to spell shield, please? Okay, Kara and Zim Zam Zam, you have exchanged I and E and I to I-E. Is that correct? Are you the same teacher from yesterday live? No. Yesterday live was who? Teacher Rin. Yesterday, yesterday's live, Wolverine was Teacher Rin. So not the same teacher, but if you would love to continue joining Teacher Rin's live, no worries. She's always with us, okay, in the weekdays. Just today, she is not around, but she will be back. Do not worry, okay? So, going back to the spelling of shields, it's I-E, people, not E-I, okay? Hold on, let me shields the planet. Okay, are you a tuition teacher? Hello, Renis. Yes, I am. I used to. Okay. And we are. I am doing the live for a tuition center for English. I used to, but I am still, I would say, since I'm doing this live, I am still. Yes. Yes, Renis. Renis, is that how I pronounce your name? You have such a very unique name. That's wonderful. Renis. I like that. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly though. Okay, continuing, ladies and gentlemen. It shields the planet against harmful radiation from the sun. Okay, skin cancer and environment damage to plants and marine ecosystems are often attributed. Okay, skin cancer and environment damage. So, environment, mind you, is Renis. Thank you, Renis. Oh, Renis. It's a unique name. That's nice. Environment here is spelled correctly, so this is not a spelling error. This is a grammatical error. Wrong word form. Cancer, yes, of course. Hold on, Wolverine. You're very excited. We're still in number 44. Okay, so wrong word form. Kara has suggested to change environment or environmental. Do you guys agree? 5 more seconds for number 44 before we talk about the answer. Let's go. Very good. It has to be environmental. Environmental damage to plants and marine ecosystem. Very good. Zim zam zam. Are often attributed to the effects of this harmful radiation. Effects. Obviously wrong spelling. How to spell effects, please? People of the world. I see. I'm P3. Oh, wow, Wolverine. You're P3. Very good that you're trying to do up a P5 work. Proud of you. Proud of you. Keep going. Keep going. Let's go. I am looking for the word effects. Zim zam zam. Remember, effect is different from the word affect, huh? If you affect something, you kind of like influence it. The effect of something is the outcome. It's the outcome. I am P5, just nice. Okay, very good, Renis. This is a good time for you to revise. Okay, so effects, the correct answer, Renis, you are right. It's effects. Double F, please. And both of them E. Very good. Typo. Okay, very good. Zim zam zam. Thank you for clarifying. Okay, of this harmful radiation. Moving on to number 46. Let's go. In the atmosphere, concentration levels of such chemicals, chlorine and bromine, has reduced. Number 46 first. Concentration is spelled wrongly. How do you spell it correctly? There's one letter there that's very wrong. Okay. Monday is my English end of year. Yeah, hey, Renis, we shall make it. At least you have one more round of revision with us before your end of year on Monday. Okay, if you have some questions and tips, Renis, maybe you can stay. I can discuss some tips with you at the end of the live. Okay. Now, concentration, people. Concentration. That means to say we change which letter? Con. So I think you guys know the wrong letter here. Wrong letter here is letter S. It has to be C, right? Concentration. Very good. Concentration levels of two such chemicals, chlorine and bromine, has reduced. Now, we are talking about two chemicals. Therefore, this one is pretty easy. I will not accept if you get this wrongly. Very good. Two chemicals. Now, pay close attention, Renis. The entire passage is currently in present tense. It's because we are talking about facts that are not that when you talk about usually about facts and universal truth that is true all the time, then you have to stay to present tense. Okay? So we are sticking to present tense, but we just have to correct the subject verb agreement. We're talking about two things. Therefore, has is to be used with singular, but we're talking about plural. So the answer is Hugay. Okay, Zim Zam Zam, Kara, correct. Have reduced. Yeah. Now moving on. This shows the effectiveness of the agreement. The healing of the ozone layer showed what could be achieved when the world worked together for the good of the planet. Okay, what could be? Now, be, you always follow it with the what. It could be taken, it could be moved, it could be done, it could be spoken. So it's followed by the past participle form of the word, right? So what's the past participle of achieved? Very good. What do you mean achievement? Sim sam som. Taken, spoken, achievement, ha. Achieved. Mm. Very good. Very good. You are correct, Renis. It's achieved. Okay. Now, with continuous efforts to keep current policies in place, continuous is spelled wrongly. Try to spell continuous for me. There is, it's a bit intimidating for students to spell this, but with the sound itself, you can actually remember continuous. Uwas. When you have that ending sound of uwas, there is a certain pattern of vowels that you can use. I see Wolverine, Kara, Zim Zam Zam. Good job. U-O-U. Continuous, as in U-O-U. There's another word that ends with U-O-U. Can you give me another word that sounds like continuous? Continuous. And then you will see the, oh. Scrumptious. No, scrumptious is different. Shus, because it's just shus. It's I-O-U-S. But I'm looking for another word that ends with U-O-U-S. Is there another word that you can use for this ending spelling of U-O-U-S? There's another word. Continuous. What is that word? Give me a second. Continuous, conspicuous, ambiguous. Ah, okay. Sumptuous. Yes, very good, Kara. So if you notice, right? Sumptuous meal. It was such a thank you very much for the sumptuous meal, people. And then the toy was hidden conspicuously. Conspicuous. So if you notice, the pronunciation of the end of, like, when you spell it U-O-U-S, is almost the same. Q-was, U-was, right? So that should give you an idea how to spell the ending with U-O-U. Continuous, sumptuous, conspicuous, assiduous. Okay, very good. Now, moving on. The ozone layer can fully recover by 2066, and there would be fewer occurrences of natural catastrophes. Yay! This is a good news! Oh, Zim Zam Zam, ambiguous. I shall accept that. Ambiguous, conspicuous, sumptuous. I love that we are all learning more vocabulary here, people. Oh, how to spell occurrences, everyone. This is spelled wrongly. Please give me your spelling. What are the doubles here? This is what they usually test you when it comes to spelling. They want to confuse you and check if you know your double letters. So, occur, and then occurrences. You're more smarter. You don't say more smarter, ha, because smarter is already in comparative form. So no need for the word more. It's the same way when you say more better, no need for more. You just say better. Now, occurrences, Wolverine, you double the C. You also double the R. I see. Do you guys agree with Wolverine's spelling? My English bad? No, not really. Zim zam zam. Okay, 5 more seconds. Give me a spelling of occurrences. 3, 2, 1. Wolverine, very good. Well done. It's double C first and foremost. Occur. We spell the original word first. And then when you turn it into occurrences, then you should know that you have to double the R also. Be careful. Occurrences. Okay. On September 16 every year, we commemorate the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer. Do you guys know what the ozone layer is? You're familiar with this in your science class? So it's basically like, this is the Earth. Wow, we're doing science class now. This is the Earth. And then we have this like ozone layer that of course you do not see with your naked eye. So the ozone layer is like a protective shield that we have against radiation that comes from UV rays. And because of global warming, the ozone layer has thinned out, and then there's a hole. A hole, that means to say when there's a hole, a lot of the radiation comes in. But there is, the moment we are very much careful with what we produce in the atmosphere, there is a way for the ozone layer to heal. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, now somebody has been requesting synthesis and transformation, Zim Zam Zom. We will go there after comprehension close, okay? Be strong. You need to go through your compre close first before you get to do your synthesis and transformation, okay? So be strong and survive. So Wolverine, okay, and the rest of you, if you are not familiar, very much familiar with ozone layer, you will most likely hear about it in your science lesson soon. But at the moment, a quick summary for that is like a protective layer in our stratosphere that protects us from allowing too much radiation to enter the earth, which is not good for our health, not good for our skin. Kana? Now, what I always tell you, okay, Renis, if you are still there when you are doing your comprehension close, and Wolverine, since you're P3, now be very careful when you are doing compre close. Read it very quickly just to know what's the big topic, what is this talking about, so that later on it's going to be helpful for contextual clues. Okay, so the big topic for this one is actually this one. The word is here. This is going to talk about neuroplasticity. Now, teacher, what is neuroplasticity? You will know it in a moment. Okay, let's talk about it. Now, let's go and read the passage together. Okay. Having a growth mindset is about believing that our brains changes and grows as we learn new things, which is actually very correct. Okay. You can train your brain to actually perform better in a sense that it can do more analysis, it can process more things. Yeah, there is a way to do that. Now, just blank a muscle, your brain gets stronger. Just blank a muscle, your brain gets stronger. Now, I'm trying to do a comparison here. If I'm comparing a brain to a muscle, what is the missing word? In my practice paper, we don't do comprehension close. Yes, Wolverine, since you're still P3, you don't do compre close much. Wolverine, you're really P3, huh? He said earlier lah, he's P3. But Wolverine, you'll be doing this soon, so I'd rather you practice now. Now, look at number 51, everyone. I'm doing a comparison of a muscle and a brain so that they're the same. So, when I say if they're the same, I can just say just blank a muscle. Your brain also gets stronger the blank you use it. Okay? Just what? Figure out number 51 first. Zim Zam Zom. Which number are you answering? We're still at number 51, huh? Number 51. They're very similar. We're talking about this. Okay, I'll make this easier for you. We're talking about the similarity. They are similar in a sense. Very good. Very good. Very good. Just like a muscle, your brain gets stronger the blank you use it. Okay, so it works the same way like a muscle. And you know, people go to the gym, they carry these they do strength training to do dumbbells and all these things in the blank. Okay, very good. The more your brain gets stronger, the more you use it. Well done, well done. Now, your brain's amazing ability to adapt is called neuroplasticity. This is amazing. Actually, for them to actually talk about neuroplasticity in a P5 paper, I am truly, truly, truly amazed, because this is a concept that adults, even adults, have to really know. You have to embrace the fact that your brain can be trained to do things. It's not like, oh my God, I didn't know this, I can never learn this. Or, oh my God, I've always been like this, so I'm going to be like this all throughout. No, there is a way for you to actually train your brain to be able to do more stuff. Okay? The neuro in neuroplasticity refers to neurons blank are nerve cells. This one is very easy. Number 53. The neuro in neuroplasticity refers to neurons blank are nerve cells. Kara. Okay, Kara says which, and Wolverine says that. Okay, let me talk about that because a lot of students always confuse the use of which and that. Okay, what I normally tell students is that, okay, let's talk about this. Okay, now what I normally tell my students, if I don't go down all the way to giving you the very complicated explanation of this, is that that is always followed by something that is important, as in it's a phrase that cannot be omitted. That means to say you're adding an information that has to be there. Otherwise, if you omit it from the sentence, the rest of the phrase cannot stand on its own. Because that information is there, it has to be there. Which can be for just extra info. Extra info as in the phrase can be omitted and the remaining phrase can still stand on its own. Okay, it's just basically an extra info. However, for that, it's a bit more important because the meaning of your sentence changes when you omit the following phrase. So basically, that plus important phrase that cannot be omitted, which plus extra info that can be omitted. Okay. One of it is extra info, but like I forgot which one after PSLE. Okay, to help you remember, Kara, I have one thing to remember you to help you remember. So normally, like that and which I don't know which one. I don't know which one was followed by just extra info or which one was followed by something that's important. My suggestion is memorize a sentence where both of them is used. So what I can tell you, for example, is there is a difference. There is a difference when you say, hold on. There is a difference when you say the red bicycle that is in the garage is mine. This is different from the red bicycle which is in the garage is mine. Now, just memorize one line and then interchange that and which. It should help you recall which one is followed by just an extra info and which one is followed by an important phrase that cannot be omitted. Because if you read it, the red bicycle that is in the garage is mine, correct? When you say the red bicycle that is in the garage is mine, there could be another red bicycle that is somewhere else. But the one that's mine is the one that is in the garage. So the red bicycle that is outside the house is not mine. The red bicycle that's mine is the one that's in the garage. So there's an implication when you use that, there is an implication that there's another red bicycle somewhere. But that one is not mine. The one that's mine is the one that's in the garage. Get what I mean? Okay. Now, the red bicycle which is in the garage is mine. When you used which here, which is in the garage, this becomes an extra info. That means I can always omit this. The red bicycle is mine. Yeah, I can always omit this. But here I cannot omit this in the garage. Because when I said that, there is an implication that there is another red bicycle somewhere else that is not mine. You get what I mean? Use who's more simpler. We're also going for it. The first one, there is more than one bicycle. The second one is one bicycle. Very good, Kara. So a way for you to remember at least the difference is use them in a sentence, and then it should at least juggle your memory on which one is which. Yeah. So we try that. Because this is also sometimes you have to find a way to remember things, and a fun way to remember them sometimes. It's because It's easy to just say rules, but the struggle is how to remember the rules. So going back, what then is your answer? Is it refers to neurons that are nerve cells or refers to neurons which are nerve cells? So this information here we need. This information here we need. Therefore, if we need it, it has to be that. I think is which now? It has to be that, Wolverine. Okay. The neuro in neuroplasticity refers to neurons that are nerve cells. Okay. I know sometimes you can get very technical, but this information, I cannot omit this. Okay. I cannot omit this. Okay. So therefore, the answer should be that. Okay. Now, these cells are building blank of the brain and nervous system. Now, we are moving on to this part. This is a word that pairs with building. Okay? So this is a collocation, two words that always go together. You are referring to something that are, these are the basic things that are put together to make something exist. Okay? Building, 5 more seconds. Very good. Building blocks. Okay. You normally use this Lego. You normally use this term, building blocks of something, when you're talking about the things that they need, you need to put together to make something exist. Okay. So to make the brain and the nervous system exist, you actually have to put together these nerve cells. Yeah. Okay. They interpret information that blank from the outside world. Information from the outside and then like this. Outside and then like this. So what's the word? I'm literally showing you the I'm showing you the action for the answer. They interpret information that blank from the outside world, people. I need a, okay, you're getting the point, Zim Zam Zam, but close and fly. I didn't show you flying in my action, Zim Zam Zam. Okay, you're Wolverine and Zim Zam Zam. You're getting the point. I just need a verb that's more. I need a verb that's more specific, that talks about something from the outside going to the inside, that starts with letter E. Bring. Ah, very good, Kara. Well done. Zim Zam Zam, evacuate cannot. Love everyone. Is this a secondary one? This is primary 5 end of year paper. Love everyone for your information. Okay. Enters. Well done, Kara. Enters from the outside world. Okay. They also send signals to other blank. To other what? Okay. So we are talking about neuroplasticity as nerve cells, and these are cells, but they also send signals to other, I'm giving you the answer, 56, to other cells, people, to other cells. Okay, normally cells work with other cells. Yeah, so we are talking a bit on the level of nerve cells. Now, when the neurons in your brain are activated in a certain pattern, the connections between those neurons get stronger. Okay, as a blank, it becomes easier for your brain to activate the same pattern in the blank. Okay, so hold on, we are now doing contextual clues. So this is the effect of when you keep repeating something, eventually it gets easier, because your brain eventually functions like autopilot. On first time you do it, your brain processes step 1, I must do this, how to do. Step 2, I must do this, how to do. Step 3, I must do this, how to do. The second, third, and the fourth time you do it, your brain now does the whole thing without having to go through every step, because now the brain works in autopilot. This is how it works. It's because the connections between your neurons are stronger. So as a Very good, Kara. As a result, you keep repeating something. You're training your brain to function in autopilot. It becomes second nature. It becomes easier for your brain to activate that same pattern next time. So your brain masters a pattern. So, for example, I learn how to, let's say, for example, I learned how to write. Okay. Perhaps when you remember the time you started writing the letters, it was a bit hard, but eventually it became easier. Okay. So in the future, it became easier. Okay? Very good, everyone. So, in other words, every time you perform a blank, like throwing a ball, your brain remembers it. Okay? You perform a what? You are looking for something. They gave you an example. You are have any P3 English. Wolverine, a lot of the things that we are dealing with right now is upper primary. But if you want to do something close to P3, we're doing P4 papers with teacher Rin. So we're doing P4 papers because I understand your end of year is coming up. So watch out for our live schedules every Monday. We are gonna have P4 papers also. Yes, Monday. Every Monday, look out for our live schedule. We will post it, and you will know which days of the week we're doing P4. Okay. Now, task. The answer is, why did I say the answer? So sorry, I just literally revealed the answer. Every time you perform a task like throwing a ball, your brain remembers it. And you will see that the word is actually also here. So most of the time, I tell my students when you're doing comprehension close, always read the information before and after the blank. The clues may be before and after the blank. Okay? So next time, the task will be a blank easier. What is it? So every time you do a task, it becomes a blank easier. Next time. Kara, that will be grammatically correct. But of course, that one task, if I start writing today, of course, it's not going to be a lot easier than tomorrow. But it's going to be easier, a little easier. Yeah? So you make little progress every time you repeat an action, yeah? A little easier. The next time you do it, a little easier. The next time you do it, a little easier. The next time you do it, a little easier. And then eventually it just compounds, and then the whole thing becomes easy for you to do, okay? Now, strengthening the connections between neurons does not just happen blank, we do something correctly. Okay? We are talking about an actual specific situation, okay? Nanobit penguins, very good. Okay, now listen carefully to this. It's actually very important. Strengthening the connections between neurons does not just happen blank, we do something correctly. I love this part. I love this part. Okay, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, very good, Kara. When? So the way to strengthen your nerve cells or your neurons is not just when you do something correctly. It also happens when we make blank. So what is, this is contextual clue such that they gave you the opposite. The opposite of doing something correctly is making a what? Making mistakes. Very good. When we make mistakes. That is why I tell you, people of the world, okay? The most important thing that you can do for your brain, don't beat yourself up when you don't get something correctly the first time, okay? What will drive your success is when you commit mistakes, but you make sure that you know how to correct it and make it right. The magic that happens in your brains when you are able to do something, you try it out, you correct it, and then you redo it, and then you correct it, and then you redo it. It's amazing. The things that you do is amazing. It's more about the resilience that you have the moment you always do mistakes. The moment you do mistakes, is the resilience that you have to try and look into the mistake, see how you can redo it with more improvement. Okay? Now, moving on. Neurons in your brain register when you make a mistake. Subsequently, your brain rewires itself blank improve. Rewires itself. Okay, this goes together. So the brain knows that you made a mistake. So it rewires itself. Very good. To improve. Okay. Now, having a growth mindset can help us improve and accomplish difficult things because we know that mistakes are blank failures but are instead opportunities for growth. Always look at it that way. Mistakes are blank failures but are instead opportunities for growth. Are 5 more seconds. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Mistakes are not failures, but are instead opportunities for growth. Okay? So blank, when you make mistakes doing a challenging task, you are expanding your brain's capabilities. So do things differently and build your brain's connections. Okay? So try it. Blank, when you make mistakes doing a challenging task, you are expanding your brain's capabilities. So do things differently and build your brain's connection. Very good, Kara. Well done. So even when you make mistakes doing a challenging task, you are expanding your brain capabilities. Oh, well done. Well done. Zim Zam Zom, we are finally proceeding to the part that you want. Yes, yes, yes. Synthesis and transformation. Type in your entire. Okay, we start with the BFF. See, I just said the BFF of prefer earlier. If you were listening, you would get this correctly. But of course, be careful. There is a need for you to do the word form change to make sure there's parallelism with the prefer and then with the second word that you pair it with. Okay, I'll give you some time. Process the answer. Trina would rather swim than cycle. Trina would prefer swimming to cycling. Okay, you added a word, zim zam zom, that should not be there. You're close. You're very close. Can you cancel that word that should not be there? Love everyone says Trina prefers swimming than cycling. Okay, love everyone. Do remember the BFF or the best friend to prefer is not than. Trina prefers swimming to cycling. Zim zam zom. I see a subject verb agreement issue there. Please correct your subject verb agreement issue. Love everyone. Trina prefers swimming than, okay, would. No, would should not be there. Trina prefers swimming to cycling. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, Trina here, okay, do keep in mind, would rather, the BFF of would rather is than. Okay, I put hard there because they're best friends. I would rather do this than do that. Okay, they are the ones that goes together. I would rather sleep than run. Okay, like that. But when you change it to prefer, the partner, the BFF is two. Okay, so if we do that, then we say Trina prefers swimming to cycling. Very good. Very good, Cosmic Midsummer. Okay, so do remember this. Would rather than. Those are the partners. I prefer this to that. And earlier, you also had what? Between this and that. From this to that. Okay? Don't forget your BFFs, people of the world. Let's go. Moving on to number 67. I was upset because he was unkind to his classmates. And this one is easy. The fact that what? Type in your answers, please. Be careful with spelling. Don't omit any important information. Use all the... It's either you use all the words or you replace them appropriately. Okay? The fact, okay, cosmic midsummer. The fact that he was unkind to his classmates made me upset. I see. Do you guys agree with cosmic midsummer's answer? Is it soma or sama? I'm gonna give you guys 10 more seconds. Waiting, people. Let's go. Where did the maid come from? The fact that he was unkind to his classmates made me upset. Okay, very good. Very good. The fact that he was unkind to our classmates upset me. The answer is the fact that he was unkind to his classmates made me upset. The made here have to be added. It's because of the nature of how the sentence was started. But Kira's response, the fact that he was unkind to his classmate, upset me. First and foremost, if I were to use this, the fact is only, we're only talking about one fact. It maybe upsets me. The fact that he was unkind to his classmate upsets me. I may accept that, Kira, but it has to be upsets as in with the S. Okay. But otherwise, you can also say made me upset. Okay. Sure, I feel like we already did this. Does it sound familiar? It's like, are you having a deja vu? That means, Zim Zam Zam, I would have expected you to get everything correctly right. If we did this already right. Okay. Keep your room. I think so too. We did this before already, Kara. You are right. Kara and Zim Zam Zam. We did this before. You know, sometimes I do new papers with you. Sometimes I redo papers, which is something you actually have to do in your own revision time. When you are revising, you don't just do new papers. You have to check whether you've actually really learned the papers that you've previously done. Redoing papers means, number one, to check whether you knew why you got the questions correctly. Because if you didn't know why you got it correctly and you just guessed it, you may not be able to repeat the success you've done from the first time you did it. Number two, you redo the paper to check whether the wrong things you've done previously you can already correct. That would show you that you have learned from your previous mistakes. Unfortunately, it takes at least 3 repetitions for people to fully internalize something. So telling you one grammar rule now sometimes will not sink in unless the grammar rule is repeated twice or thrice even. Sure, you give us copy. Cannot find what you need unless you keep your room tidy. I see. Give us your answer. Kara has already typed in your answer. 5 more seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you for liking the live. Very good, Kara. Where are you guys located? Good question. Love everyone. We have a total of 9 branches. Our moderator Jean is going to type in all the branches for you and let us know which one is actually closest to you if you're interested. You cannot find what you need unless you keep your room tidy. Very good. Number 69, let's go. Direct speech to reported speech. Let's see if you remember the rules I told you, people. Okay, give it a try. Remember TPTP? Check if the direct speech has tense and pronouns and time and place or proximity. Then you have to change them. Or they're not really changed all the time, but you have to update them accordingly if needed. Okay, type it in, people. Siti asked her grandfather if he had grown those orchids. Siti asked her grandfather if he had grown those orchids. I said, I see that Zim Zam Zom also answered the same thing as Kara. 5 more seconds, please.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Very good. I am very. No, you don't have one in Ishun. Yes, we don't have one in Ishun. Maybe we can plan that out next time. But the closest one to Ishun would be Ang Mo Kio. Yes, love everyone. Our closest branch to you is Ang Mo Kio. Now, I'm very proud of you, Zim Zam Zom and Kara. Sure. Is there any live this Sunday? Yes, we have a Sunday live, Kara. What time are we having the live on Sunday? So we have one in the morning. Wow. And then we have whole afternoon. It depends. But mostly entire afternoon we will have a live. So 4 p.m. 3 o'clock to 6:15 we will have a live session. So please come and join us. And in the morning we will also have morning news reading and vocabulary bank building at 11 to 12. So you may want to join us also, whichever one you're available to do. Okay. Now, Zim Zam Zom and Kara's response, I'm very proud of you because number one, we had tense here. We also had pronouns and we had place and proximity. You changed them all correctly. The most crucial one was tense. It's did, so this is past, right? And of course, I told you move one tense backward. Past becomes past perfect, so you use the one with a had. Well done. Ask her grandfather if, because it's a question, you put if he had grown. Well done. This is your tense change. Okay. And then these becomes what? These becomes those. Right. Those orchids. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now moving on to number 70. Last question for this section. Let's go. Let's go. Finish it up. Ravi was a proud boy. He refused to ask anyone for help. Okay, this one requires a word change. Okay, very common in synthesis and transformation. They like to test you if you know how to convert a verb to a noun, how to convert an adjective to a noun, or vice versa. So for this case, they want you to convert an adjective to a noun. Which one do you think is that word? Give it a try. He's refused to ask anyone for help because of his pride. Who is he, Zim Zam Zom? I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, but who is he? I don't know who is he. Ravi, very good, mister. Do not drop the name, mister. I'm telling you, you keep doing this, Zim Zam Zom. Last time we did S&T, you did the same thing. Be very careful. Don't drop the name. If the name is there, use the name. Okay? So, Ravi, very good though. You managed to change the word form that I needed you to change. Okay? Good job. Good job. So, Ravi refused, okay, to ask anyone for help because of his well done. Proud adjective becomes pride as a noun. Good job. Well done. Well done. Well done. And because of that, I am going to go through very quick grammar and vocab questions with all of you, and let's see if you can answer them. Quick fire round. Quick fire round of grammar and vocabulary. Let's go. Let's go. Now, Mr. Johnson saw Melvin Blank, an injured boy, cross the road 2 days ago. What number is it? We do this very quickly, so I need to see how much you've learned in the past few weeks of doing live together. Let's go. I even tell you the reason. Oh, what's the reason? Okay, 2 actions. 2 actions. Past perfect. Ah, you are close enough. Zim Zam Zom. I'm happy you remembered when to use past perfect, but this one is V and V, Mr. So, Melvin Blank. Remember V and V? Now, yes, this sentence is not talking, is basically talking about the V and V rule. Okay, very good. I'm happy that you reconsidered and I'm happy that you remembered your V and V rule. And of course, now Zim Zam Zom, I'm happy that you recall that you use past perfect for when there's two past actions. But the moment the way to know that this is not about past perfect, it's because there's two actions, right? But look at them. This one is saw and this one is cross. For when you're doing past perfect, action one is always had plus past participle. But action 2 is always in simple past tense. Past tense. Now, the second reason why this is not about past perfect tense is because past perfect tense talk about two past actions that happen right after the other. So action 1 and then action 2 happened after. Okay, for this case, this is not the case. They did not happen right after the other. Okay, it actually happened at the same time. So not past perfect, yeah? Close enough, okay? V and V rule, the second V has to be what? In base form, right? It has to be in base form or present participle, sometimes the ing, but for this case, we only have the base form in our choices. Therefore, the answer is number 1. Very good. All right, number 2. My sister and I blanked this trip to Japan to visit our grandparents since last month, okay? This one is quite easy because the moment you have seen the word since, it always talks about something that you started in the past that is still ongoing in the present, okay? Therefore, Cher, you give us why you give us the same, okay? The same what? The same paper, is it? Because you still keep giving me the wrong answers. That's why I give you the same paper. The moment you give me all perfect one, then that's when I stop giving you the same paper sometimes, huh? Since it's continuous. Very good, Zim Zam Zom. Well done. And I'm very proud of you because on top of actually giving me your answers now, you're more confident to justify your answers to me now. Very good. Since you are correct to say that it is continuous because it's ongoing, but since is very telling of present perfect as well. Present perfect tense is when you have has and have, has taken, has left. The action is started in the past and it's still ongoing in the present. So it's not present, simple present. It's not simple past. Okay, has been planning, have been planning. So we are left with 3 and 4. This is present perfect continuous, but you have to decide whether it's singular or plural, right? It's 2 people. So if it's 2 people, that means to say the answer is number 4, have been planning, okay? Very good, Kara. Started in the past till now, so present perfect. So for anything that starts in the past and is still ongoing now, or it started in the past and it's still relevant to the present time, it's always present perfect, has and have, okay? And whether it's you want to emphasize that it's really going on at the moment, then you do continuous na, the ing, okay? Now, number 3. I had much respect blank Jana because he was a strong competitor who showed good sportsmanship. You have much respect. If you want to talk about the respect that you have for someone, the preposition that you use for it is what? 2. For Jana, I have much respect for you. Oh, thank you for sharing the live. We have quite a lot of shares today. Thank you, people. Thank you very much. Okay. You have much respect for someone, got no reason. But you are correct, Zim Zam Zom. When you talk about your direction of respect, to whom you're giving the respect to, you say, I have much respect for you, like that. Okay, now number 4. Okay, this classic question of either or, neither nor. These are the BFFs. If they are around, you normally are dealing with 2 subjects. But which subjects should you be looking at? You know this. You've tried, you said the answer. You just said the answer. So sorry, I said the answer. Okay, proceed to number 4. Okay, so you have either Ali or his sisters. Now, when you have either or and neither nor, you always deal with 2 subjects. Which subject do you look for to figure out your verb for subject-verb agreement? Do you look at Ali or do you look at sisters? Do you remember the rule I taught you? What's the rule? What is this rule? You know this rule. You know this rule, people of the world. What is this? Ignore first subject. Very good, Zim. This is the proximity rule. Look at the one that's closest to the blank. And so sisters is plural. Therefore, okay. Or his sisters are blank decorating. So if it's decorating, then your option is or are. So you go for number 2, are decorating the house. Very good. All right, number 5. All the girls went to the park, right? They a classic question tag. Question tag, people. Question tag. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So went here. Look at this. Positive or negative. Okay. So this is also in went is past. Very good. So number 1, remember when you are doing an actual action, verb, firstly, this is positive, correct? Now, when you're doing an actual action verb, your options are always do, does, or did. And obviously, because went is in past tense, you need to go for did. So he did go to the park. Didn't he? So then the answer is number 4. The opposite of did is didn't. Well done. Very good, Chris. Welcome to you, Chris. If you haven't followed us yet, you might as well. Okay, number 6, people. You are blank my way. Please move aside so that we can get past. Mary exclaimed at the man standing in the hallway. Okay, oh my God. When someone is blocking you, or when someone is obstructing your path, what is the word or what's the phrase that you use? You are blank my way. How do you say it? Someone is blocking you. Blocking you, or someone is obstructing your path. You are... This is not a phrasal verb. The phrasal verbs, remember, are like a verb and then paired with a preposition. So take in, take on, take off. Jump in, jump out, jump over. This one, however, is like an idiom, an idiomatic expression or a collocation. Yeah, collocation. Okay. Now, put off like that. Okay, the answer is correct. Love everyone. You are in my way. So when someone is in your way, that means to say someone is obstructing your path. Okay, but what if I say I am on my way? I'm on my way to work. That means to say you are in the process of going there. Okay, do not worry. I am on my way there, of moving towards destination. Get out. You are in my way. Yes. Perhaps don't use it that way. That's a bit rude. Perhaps not all caps. Hello, you're in my way. Can you move aside, please? Like that, huh? Okay. Now, moving on to the next page. Let's go. Mrs. Tan, as well as her pupils, performing a dance at the upcoming graduation concert. Okay. Here we go. There's a comma here and then there's a comma here. Okay. Extra info. Very good. You have a double comma. They have double comma. So this one is an extra information. It's not the main subject. The main subject is Mrs. Tan. So for your subject verb agreement, you look at Mrs. Tan. And of course, remember when they test you with subject verb agreement, they also like to test you with tense. So make sure you are careful with both. Because later you learn to figure out, oh my God, it's singular. Let me find the answer now. But then, it's past tense. Or like, oh, it's plural. But then, it was supposed to be present tense. Be careful with that. You can be tested by more than one grammar concept when you're answering one single question. Okay? So Mrs. Stan is singular. And then upcoming. So cannot be past, right? If it hasn't happened yet. So we're left with 1 and 2. And therefore, it's singular. That's number 1. Okay, very good. Very good, Kara. Very good, Zim Zam Zam. And love everyone. I like your TikTok handle. Love everyone. Blank, the wedding ceremony is about to start. Most of the guests have not arrived yet. Okay, this is very sad. What a sad thing to happen at your wedding. Yes, contrast, contrast. Wow, Zim Zam Zam. You are on a roll today, girl. Very good. Okay, if you're talking about contrast, that means to say, what is your answer, Zim Zam Zam? Kara says number 4. You, Zim Zam Zam, you keep saying contrast, but you haven't given me your answer. There's no option there that says contrast. Therefore, what conjunction will you use? Number 4, very good. Although the wedding is about to start, most of the guests have not arrived yet. And number 9, do you know that the lady Blanky spoke to at the lobby is the principal of the school? Okay, wow. What do you think is the answer here? Thank you for liking the live, Jean. Can I also like the live? Does it? Oh yes, I also like the live. Yay! Hamburger rule, very good. So you have here the lady, and then you have you. Okay, so it's sandwiched between 2 nouns or pronouns. And remember, the hamburger rule applies if these 2 nouns or pronouns are not talking about the same person. But it's definitely 2 different people. That's the lady and that's the you. So 2 different people, the hamburger rule applies. Therefore, you know that it's number 2, whom. Very good. Number 10. Strong people. Last number for the grammar section. Let's go. Lee and Sheila invited blank friend Andrew to join them at the library. Lee, we're referring to Lee and Sheila. Okay, we are talking about possessive pronouns here. Whose friend? Whose friend? This one is easy. This one is easy. Number three, very good. It's number 3. There's 2 of them. Definitely not his, not her. So it's number 3. Very good. No, say this. Okay, let's do your vocab quickly and see if you remember your words. Can you answer these questions? Oh, no, not this one. This is visual text. Where am I? Okay, we are here, people of the world. We are here. Test your vocabulary skills, ladies and gentlemen. Test your vocab skills. Okay, are we ready? John and Wei Ming are no longer arguing as they have decided to blank and become friends again. Wow! That means to say they fought previously, but they previously fought and perhaps they had a fight, but they chose to end the fight and be friends again. What is the right idiom to use for that one? You don't want vocab. Why Zim Zam Zam? You don't want vocab because it's hard. You don't want vocab because it's easy. Why don't want? Become friends again, key idea. Very good, very good. Okay, then do you know the meaning of all these other idioms then? Buy some time. If you go and say, hey, I haven't finished the homework yet, but the teacher is on the way. Zim zam zam, buy me some time. Go and distract the teacher. What does it mean to buy you some time? Do something to extend. Very good. Wow, Kira has typed in all the meanings of every phrase. I am amazed. I am amazed. Okay, so you are correct. Okay, delay. You want to delay something, right? Face the music, very commonly used in your composition. If you face the music, you confront the consequences. Okay, you confront the consequences. Okay, of your actions. Now, bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet is to forgive and forget, like to make peace. Make peace. And or end a conflict. Okay. Now, read between the lines. What does this mean, people? When you read between the lines, you understand the hidden meaning of something. You don't take something literally. You understand that something was written or something was said with a hidden meaning. So if they go and say read between the lines, you have to look beyond what's obvious and you have to see what hidden meaning are they trying to say, even if they didn't explicitly say it. Okay? So that basically means understand, okay, the hidden meaning. Or to look beyond the obvious. Okay, very good. Reveal the secret. Not exactly. Okay, now you've been tested with idioms. Let's test you with phrasal verbs. These are the phrasal verbs in Zam Zone. You see a verb and it's paired with a preposition. That's a phrasal verb. As Lena was busy with work, she had to blank the time she spent on her hobbies. So she needs to reduce the amount of her time for their hobbies because she's very busy with work. What a sad thing. So what is the right phrasal verb for when you want to reduce the amount of something? Okay, Zim Zam Zom is saying cut back. I thought it is cut down on. Okay, Kara, I can explain that to you, but because you don't have the options for cut down, you have to choose between your options first. Okay, what do you think without the word cut down there? What do you think is the right answer? Okay, Kara, I'll explain that to you, the cut down one. But you don't have that in your option. So what do you think is your option? Okay, you're saying 3. Instead, cut back is postponed like that. Okay, you're both correct that it's cut back. When you cut back on something, that basically means you reduce the amount. Reduce the amount of something. Now, you were saying earlier, Kara, isn't it like cut down? You're also correct. Cut down can also mean to reduce the size or amount or quantity of something. That's why I can also say I should cut down my sugar intake, for example, because I don't want to be whatever diabetic. Okay, so cut down also has an additional meaning, which means to reduce the amount of something, similar to cut back. Okay, now how about all the other phrasal verbs? Okay, you cut in can also mean that you interrupt. Okay, yeah, interrupt. Or you join a conversation now. Okay, cut up means to chop into pieces. Chop into pieces and then cut away to remove by cutting. So I really suggest that you continue revising your phrasal verbs because there's thousands of them. And at the same time, one phrasal verb can have more than one meaning. Okay? Okay. Make it red. I'll choose red next time, Zim Zam Zom, for you. Okay? Now, Let's move on to the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun can easily damage the baby's what skin? The baby's what skin? How do you describe something that is so fragile, easily damaged, or sensitive? What's the word for it? Mm-hmm. For very good. The word is delicate. Okay. Zim Zam Zam, I'm pretty much very, very proud of you for vocab. You actually do remember. You all your answers are correct. So this is how I know that when I repeat a paper right, that shows to me that you learned so much from your vocab. But we still need to continue brushing up your grammar, ha? Mm-hmm. Fragile or easily damaged or sensitive na. Dainty is like small, pretty, delicate, but like it's more like the elegance. It has some tone of elegance in it, but we're not talking about elegance. We're just talking about the skin being very sensitive. Yeah. Okay. Now, number 14, people, number 14. The school has blank plans to build a new library near the courtyard. Okay. Weary is tired, feeble is weak. Correct. Let me give you the meanings then. Okay. Dainty is small, pretty, small, pretty. Okay. That carries the connotation of elegance. Okay. When you're weary, that means you are exhausted. I'm weary. Please don't make me do more work anymore. Cannot do it anymore. Like that. Okay. Feeble is weak or you lack strength. Yeah. Very good. Very good. All right. Number 14. Last two numbers. Let's go. Now, the school has blank plans to build a new library near the courtyard. What word are you looking for when you want to talk about, revealing something or making something known to people? You want to reveal something or make it known to people. What do you think is it? Yep. Let's go. So Jim Jam Jam says number 2. Kara, what do you think? 5 more seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the Zim Zam Zam. I'm just gonna give you the meanings first and see if you want to stick to your answer. You want to reconsider. Now, uncombed means not combed. I think that's pretty obvious. Unearthed means discover something hidden. Unearthed means you discover something hidden, typically by digging. Now, you untangle something. When you untangle it, that means make something free. Free from knots or complications. Which is not the case here. We just want to reveal something. Unveiled is reveal or make known. So if you want to reveal something, which is what the school wanted to do, they want to reveal their plan to build a new library. Therefore, the answer is number 1, unveil. Okay, unveiled. Uncombed is basically not combed now. Now, the thing about untangle or unearth, you don't usually use unearth in the context of announcing plans. Normally, when people announce plans, you use unveil for it. So the answer is number 1. Okay. All right. And we are moving on to the last number. This is amazing. Okay. Now, I remember that Hannah was not in school last week, but I'm not certain. Your keyword here, your key phrase here is not certain. When you are unsure about what you recall, that means to say you don't recall it clearly and accurately. So what do you think is the word? Okay, this is the last number, people. Let's go. Give it a try. So Kara says vaguely. I see what you're trying to do here. 5 more seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Very good, Kara. Hello, Rasvin23. So Rasvin also said number 1, you are correct. Okay, so because of your clue here, I am not certain. Basically, when you remember something vaguely, you remember it in a way that is not clear. That's not clear or concise or precise. Formally, okay, formally was pretty obvious. Raucous, when something is very raucous, is very loud, in a loud or a rowdy manner. Which is not the case that we're looking for. And then distinctly is in a way that is clear and unmistakable. So this is the opposite, cannot. Okay, so when you say it's vague, it's very unclear. Okay, so learn the word vague. Vague is a good word, as in you can use it in many different ways. As in, I'm so sorry, I don't understand your explanation. It's a bit vague, for example. Okay, so I vaguely remember. That means to say your memory is very much unclear at this point. Okay, so that's vaguely. All right. Very good, everyone. Kara and the rest of you. Thank you so much for joining me for the live today. I have actually missed you all so much. We haven't been doing much of the afternoon live because we've been busy this week inviting over our students for testimonial recordings, and we're very excited to show these videos to you. We've asked our PSLE students on some tips and tricks for our upcoming P6 students as well. So we're hoping to process them soon so we can show them all to you. Thank you so much, everyone. When is your next live? Our next live session will be this coming Sunday, so please join us, Zim Zam Zam. If you're asking for my live specifically, it will be next Wednesday, okay? But of course, the revision continues with Nathan, with Teacher Rin, with David. So watch out for our upcoming live sessions on Sunday and the rest of the week. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye.